Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Angelica Underwood and I'm so glad to be here with you today. You know what? I have to admit that I was being a little lazy and very comfortable and just laying back and not having to worry about anything. And then I remembered that I have my 60-day challenge and today is day 8, and I was thinking, I've been writing sometimes ahead of time what I'm going to be talking about, but I changed it today just a bit, you know. Um, and I'm going to be talking about the 5 reasons most people can't keep their New Year's resolution. Hey, Esmeralda, good to see you. And, some of the reasons that we can't keep our New Year's resolution is because what happens in our life is that we have no clarity, we have no clarity in our head. We really don't know where to begin or how to begin. And in fact, there was a study at a university, and I went ahead and wrote it here just to remember, University of Scranton's Journal of Clinical Psychology. And they said that only 8% of the people within the study were able to achieve their New Year's resolution. So I'm here to help you, and I'm helping myself as well with the 60-day challenge. And I went ahead and wrote my challenges in a journal, and I recommend that you guys do the same thing. You know what? I had everything with me, and then I moved places, so I don't have them here. But the important thing is that any questions that come up, that you write them down in your journal. And go back to my videos, video 1, 2, 3, and so on, because in every video I'm giving you a challenge that will help you and guide you to actually begin taking action. It's hard. Sometimes it's really hard. I've been wanting to finish this book that I've been writing, and I get very sluggish. I mean, when it's time for me to sit down and type, I begin to feel very weak, and then I make up all these excuses. And as I was writing today's 60-day challenge, I discovered it's because I don't have clarity where I want to go with it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put it aside and begin to create clarity. Where do I want to go? What's the end result of what I'm writing? And so I went ahead and put it aside and I stopped writing today. But the second reason, according to the studies, they said that your resolutions, they don't align with your needs or your lifestyle. Many people will say, I'm going to be a millionaire by the end of the year. And I'm not saying that's not going to happen. It could happen. However, it's not aligned with your attitude, with your belief system. It's not aligned with the actions that you're taking. So, of course, you might not reach that millionaire status because you're not there mentally and with attitude, So I recommend that you begin to align yourself with your goal and really figure out, is this in alignment with who I am and my lifestyle? Hey, Renee, good to see you. And anybody who's joining us even after the live Facebook, I really want to thank you for joining me. And today I'm talking about the 5 reasons why people don't keep their New Year's resolution. The next one that the study went ahead and mentioned, they said that people sacrifice their future and well-being for their present happiness. So a lot of times what they mean by that is that unfortunately people they rather have some happiness right now. And let's say that you want to earn, I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm going to talk about money because I think that's an example that you can follow along with. Let's say that you want to make $200,000, and you probably are. You want to make more than that. You set the goal. But however, the happiness might not be there, and there might be overwhelmment, frustration, because you're thinking, how am I going to get this goal done? It probably feels unrealistic. It doesn't feel real, and we tend to limit ourselves because of those limiting beliefs. Wayne Dyer, I don't know if you ever heard of Wayne Dyer, but he says excuses be gone, because that's all they are. They are excuses that exist, and they live in our brain. They live in our belief system. So we need to evaluate our belief systems to understand what is holding me back. What are my limiting beliefs? What are my stories? Because we tell ourselves stories. You know what, I'm not good enough, or last year when I tried this, I wasn't successful, or you know what, nobody's been successful at trying blah, 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 whatever the goal might be. So we tell stories. So there's two reasons that I consider true reasons why people don't really achieve their goals. It's because they tell stories that are probably not true, and they're only true in your head, and we have limiting beliefs. The next part that the study said was that you don't hold yourself accountable. You'll tell yourself, I will do this tomorrow. I will do this next week. You know what? And you keep putting it off and putting it off. And by the time you know it, the year ended and you didn't accomplish your goal. So you really need to find an accountability partner. And then I challenge you to join me for 60 days so that I can challenge you, and you write everything down on a daily basis as to what task, what activities are you doing towards your goal. And then you evaluate, am I moving towards my goal, or am I moving away from my goal? And those are very important reflections that we need to do in order to figure out, am I just going to give up? Because we don't want to do that. We don't want to be we want to be the 8% that accomplishes. Now, the study also said that the fifth one was that you forget to reward yourself. And I really find myself doing this a lot. Many of you who know me, you know that in the past I was a workaholic. I was always working and working and working. I was studying. I had several businesses. And I forgot to reward myself. I forgot to stop, smell the roses. I forgot to celebrate and really acknowledge my accomplishments, because the next thing you know it, I accomplished something and I was already creating my next goal. I was already working and figuring out, okay, where do I want to be in 2 years? And then I was already working on those goals and moving ahead. And as you know, we get very stressed and overwhelmed, and we get moody and grumpy, and we're not enjoying life anymore. We're just doing things because we want to do things, and we forget to stop and smell the roses and really enjoy life and celebrate those wins that we're having on a daily basis. Hey, Thomas, great to see you. So what I really want to say today, and I want to end my 60-day challenge with, for today on day 8, is for you to stop and figure out, what have you accomplished so far? Celebrate it. One of the things that me and my boys do ever since a lot of you know that I've gone through difficult times in my health, and what I do every morning now, even my kids do it, we wake up and we really say every day, we say, I love my life, and we really scream it, I love my life, and, or I will motivate and say affirmations like, I'm good enough, I have all the wisdom I need to get through this task. I find something that I can repeat to encourage myself to have that positive self-talk, because the majority of the time we have negative self-talk, and we're not even aware of it, So I encourage you to really stop and reflect at the end of the day and say, how much have I accomplished? And then make a list of things that you would like to accomplish the next day, so that you could really celebrate every day. Because the more that we are in grace, and you really practice grace, and you're thankful for the things that you've achieved, you're going to be able to find joy in everything you do. You're going to be able to find happiness, and you're going to find inspiration to keep going. Inspiration and motivation is the fuel that we need to continue going and moving in life, and if we don't have it, we're going to give up. We're going to give up, and we're going to give up hope. And so I really, really want to encourage you to practice grace and celebrate. Celebrate your wins before. You could keep moving forward, but you really need to tell somebody and find somebody that would be considered your accountability partner. Many times, Thomas, you and I have been accountability partners, and it has worked for us, right? We've achieved success and as coaches and mentors, and we've been able to put it out there, and it feels good. Good to see you, Monica, and all of you that are joining me on this recording. So I want to end with a quote here that says, when a man stops thinking in limited terms, he starts knowing unlimited success. And that's by Kenneth D. Foster. So go for your dreams and be the 8% that accomplishes what you really desire. Don't give up your hopes. If like I tell people, if you don't water the plant is going to die, right? So you have to keep watering your dreams. And I'm hoping to be here for you, because your success is my success during these 60-day challenge. And I will challenge you with a certain tip. And today was about practicing grace and celebrating. So you guys have an amazing evening, and I will see you tomorrow. I love you, and stay strong. Stay strong, and know that anything you want to achieve, you can achieve. I will see you later, and have a great day. Post, comment, share, like, and let's help other people that want to accomplish their New Year's resolution. I will see you later. Bye-bye.